students go home on occasion and say to their mom or their dad, I don't know that it gets any better than what I experienced today.
Whoa, who else did that?
What did they try to stop it for? What was the reason?
That's the specific persuasive element that you are using for this body paragraph.
Classroom teachers, on occasion, will go home and say to themselves, I don't think it gets any better than what it did today. What human-centered design is attempting to do is to connect those, it doesn't get any better than this, days for students, for teachers, and for administrators.
A structured, repeatable, disciplined approach to getting to know a community and all the parts and pieces and people that are involved in a community, taking the time to get close to those people, understand who they are, what drives them, what their barriers and challenges are, and then you can come up with amazing solutions or evaluate current solutions and deliver something that is effective and makes sense for that particular community.
We all have a stake in this. Human-centered design does a great job of bringing those stakeholders together to answer the question, how do we really want to create lifelong learners?
Our schools, which were designed 124 years ago, are not preparing students adequately for the jobs of the future, many of which are technology-based or technology-driven, and our traditional system of clocks and calendars doesn't work anymore for them. So perhaps at the same time we're looking at what skills they need when they leave here, along with the obstacles that they face right now while they're in school, and if we can design a system that works better in that situation, they're going to benefit.
Right now we are exploring the design process and learning how to ideate, how to prototype, how to collect data and develop patterns, understand the patterns that we're discovering, and then use that to solve the problem that has been identified. So we're at the very beginning of the process, moving pretty quickly towards some prototyping. So if you're a parent in the district, you may be involved in something that is unique and different, a different path toward learning, a different way to organize learning, one that affirms that each student has to find meaning through that, not just gain knowledge, but create knowledge. It's really not about taking in, it's about creating and producing new meaning out of what you've learned.
Wouldn't it be cool to present a concept to them and then turn around and say to them, what more do you want to learn about this?
Give them just enough so there's not a catastrophe, but let them go.
Love it. Can I start it on Monday? I mean, that's kind of why I'm in education, is to do that, is to teach kids how to learn. Go create something, go make something. And that to me is the most rewarding thing I do, and I'd love to be able to teach the students how to do that.
I absolutely have a lot invested in where this goes. You know, like I said, I have 2 kids in the district right now. One's a senior, one's a 7th grader. So seeing how their education affects them now and in the future is huge for me.
If you're teaching your children anything, you want them to try. If they refuse to do it at all, you've accomplished nothing. If you try something, you've gotten yourself halfway there.
We've got a lot of people involved that have this idea of the way education should be, the way it always has been, the way we went through school and how it worked for us or didn't work for us. And we have to get over some of that stuff, because even the people that believe that school didn't work for them are still stuck in that idea of that's the way it's done.
Meanwhile, the clock is ticking on the standardized test, and we're not keeping up, and we're behind on our scores for language learners. And even though everyone knows it takes 5 to 7 years to develop academic language, they come in sophomore year and they're expected to graduate on time and be proficient.
What often happens in education is we have these kind of blanket initiatives that move in and move out of districts void of understanding the context of who we're working with. And so we recognize that there is no district on the face of this earth that is identical to Godfrey-Lee.
Whatever their dream is, wherever they want to go when they leave here, and not having any barriers or obstacles to doing that. That's what we define as success.
The relationship between a teacher and a student is where meaning is created, and that is the heart of human-centered design.